Yo, what is going on, guys? TymeStopper here, coming back at you another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we are back on the Hell Hades free-to-play series, and as you can see, we are just getting started here. We've got Skull Crusher going against all the champions. We're going to go down here, get slaughtered by the dragon, and kick off this brand new account. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay guys, so for those of you who don't know, once I've already skipped the tutorial here, but our goal in this episode is going to be to see, can we actually get the Sacred Shard in the first 24 hours of the game? So for those of you who don't know, anytime you start a brand new account, you get a 24-hour window. Let me see if it shows it here. A 24-hour window where you get 2x Sacred Shards. Now, the first and most realistic Sacred Shard is going to be from Hard Campaign, and I don't know if we can get there, but I certainly am going to try to do it in this episode. We're going to try to blow through as much of this content as we possibly can. Again, there's no link codes allowed for the Hell Hades free-to-play challenge. However, we are allowed to use promo codes. So you already know we are going to be using the Superpowers promo code to get started with ourselves with a brand new Deacon Armstrong. So we're going to collect him up and all of our goodies here. Now, the name of the game when it comes to the free-to-play series is going to be, how can we most efficiently use our resources, right? Because there's a ton of different things in the game that, you know, you could pick up and you could collect as you go along. But a lot of that stuff, you just really want to make sure that you're using it efficiently, essentially. So I did create this account as a referral to my main account because it's a long story, but let's just say that one person I gave an account away to that just stopped playing and I can't get a hold of them anymore. So, you know, we created this as an extra account to my main just to hopefully get something done there. So we'll take a look, see what we can't do here. Let's get that. But our main goal here, who do we want to be? Let's go with Taurus. Maybe it'll be some luck. Maybe we will get a Taurus out of our first Void Shard. Who knows? But our goal, again, in the first 24 hours is to get as far as we can, hopefully get that Sacred Shard so that we can get done. Our goal is to make sure that we are just doing this as efficiently as we possibly can as we go through all the different events here. So, obviously, this video isn't going to be 24 hours long. We're going to be cut into different sections of it. And at the very end, you'll be able to see, did I actually manage to get myself to the point where we can get the Sacred Shard in that first 24 hours. So we're already leveling up here pretty good. Connect your account to a Plarium ID. Whoa, XP barrel, that's new. I mean, it's a new item from like forever ago, but I mean, that's pretty cool. So we're just doing all the easy stuff right now. Change my username. Let's see, can we do F2P TymeStopper? Does that work? Oh, it's too long. It's too long. F2P time. There we go. F2P time. All right. So, you know, we're just trying to go through all these things. Now, obviously, I would recommend that you do as many of these, like, super quick little things that you can to kind of get the free rewards and whatnot. One of the biggest things that you can do to help your progression in the very early parts of the game is make sure that you're not picking up any energy pots. So, as you go in the game, you'll be able to pick up like energy refills, but an energy refill is only worth the amount of energy that you have. So right now my energy cap is at 24. So if I pick up an energy refill from anything that I do right now, I only get 24 energy from it. That's not very good. So we want to make sure that we don't pick up anything like that. Oh, we're up to 27 already. So I'm going to go ahead and work through some of the stuff here, and I will be back with you in just a little bit. All right, guys, so as you can see, we are just trying to go through right now through the different progress missions. You know, when you first come into the game, you have different challenges, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and, you know, it really is to kind of get easy to get lost in the weeds here. But what I'm doing right now is I'm actually working on these missions. And the reason is that once I get these first page, which are really easy to do, these missions all done here, I'm actually going to get a bunch of gems on the way. That's going to give me enough gems so that I can buy masteries for Kale, my first champion, which is really what I want to do throughout this. So I'm literally just going through and doing whatever it tells me to do on these things as I kind of go along. So as you can see, we don't have anything really that we pulled. These are all just food champions and whatnot, and we've been going through. So I'm working on leveling them up. The other thing you do want to focus on is you want to make sure you are doing this novice tournament as you go through. So the novice tournament, basically you get tournament points for each different thing that you do for each first time that you clear something throughout the game or whatnot. So the more things that you're clearing initially, the better off you are. So we're kind of powering through those right now. We did pick up an XP boost and whatnot, but like I said, we're just kind of going through here trying to see where we're at, leveling up some food, because it is going to come to a point here where we're looking to rank up Kale, and we need to make sure that we have enough food for it. And right now we really don't, because I've been working on Deacon and War Priest, but hopefully these guys will get to their max level soon, and we'll be able to go on over there and get Kale ranked up. We do want to make sure that we're not overstepping, because some of the missions and things like that, the challenges and whatnot that are going to give us the rewards that we need, they're going to ask us to do them at a specific time. So we kind of want to save those activities, if you will, for that particular period. Like I have enough brews that I could rank up Kale right now, but later it's going to ask me to use more brews, so I don't want to do that. I just want to make sure that I'm going through here as I am. I also have some books that I could use on him, but I already went to one mission where it said, use a skill tome on a champion. So we did one skill tome into Kale, but we're going to hold on to the rest one for right now because we don't really need them at this point. So by holding on to them and not using them right away, it's going to make it so that we have them available for when those missions do come up, and we are able to do everything. We're also hanging on to all the trash gear that we're picking up. If you guys have played regular accounts, not free-to-play accounts before in the past, and you've made it pretty far into the game, you might be looking at a lot of this gear thinking it's trash gear, and don't get me wrong, it kind of is. But there are some missions where it's like equip a champion with a 2-star chest, HP percent chest or whatever, which is something you normally would just sell. But if you don't have one, then you got to go back and try to farm one again. So we want to make sure we don't have to do that. So we're kind of hanging on to a lot of gear that we normally wouldn't as we're kind of going through these. So I'm going to work on the campaign a little bit more. We did just unlock the dungeons, it looks like. So I will head on over there in a little bit, because again, those give you big points as you're going through here to kind of get you into that starter tournament, which ideally you would win because it does give you an ancient shard, but we're mostly worried about the speed gear. It's going to give us some 5-star speed gear, I believe it is, by on the right hand side, like the milestones and whatnot. So we do want to make sure we get that gear. Again, we're not looking to make sure that we 3-star any of these right now. In a perfect world, we'd only do it with 2 champions. But if we do that, we really don't end up with enough food at the end of the day, and nothing else is leveled. So it really just doesn't make any sense. Our goal is just kind of go through these missions as quickly as we possibly can. There, we just completed another one. And let's take a look at this novice tournament. As you can see, I didn't pick up this because it's only worth a little bit right now. But yeah, you get some 5-star rare speed gear, which is super hard to get this early in the game, so that would be really nice. I mean, if we get to the point where 48 hours in we get this shard, great. Almost would rather the 75 gems, to be quite honest with you. Now right now is a 2x ancient weekend, but because we're in this novice period, we actually don't have access to that. We still have the 2 times sacred on there. Once that 2 times sacred goes away, I'm hoping that the ancient will just show up for us, fingers crossed, and then we'll be able to open on ancient shards. But for right now, we're just holding on to any of those ancient charms. So here it says upgrade a rare attack type champion skill with a skill tome. Okay, no problem. Rare attack type champion, that is our Kale. So we're going to toss another rare skill tome in there. Boom, that's done. Okay, easy. Get our referral link. I mean, some of these are obviously super duper easy, right? Just click get a referral link. That's all I got to do. Boom, 30 gems. Easy, right? We're going to head on over to the arena, work on some fights there, and I'll be back in just a little bit. At this point, we are about, oh, look at that, level 29. We are about 21 hours into the free-to-play account right now. And if we'll take a look at the progress and where we're at, I don't know if we're going to get to this shard or not. We're going to find out here in a bit. I am still just going through submissions and things like that, and it probably looks from the outside that my progress isn't great. But that's because, again, this is a free to play. So I'm trying to make sure that I am maximizing every single opportunity that I have in order to get stuff. So if I were to just blow through some of these missions super early, I would get stuck on other ones because there are certain ones that are going to ask you to do stuff. Like I literally just made Kale 5-star. Well, why did it take me so long to get him to 5 stars? The reason that it took me so long is because there is a mission that says make a champion 5 stars. If you already have a champion 5 stars, it will not be retroactive. So you want to make sure that when you're getting to these missions that you are prepared with the right resources to do it. As you can see, my Deacon is not ascended at this point. So if we go out here, we can take a look and see that of my champions, it looks pretty weak, right? I got my Kale at 5-star. He's only 3-star ascended. We've got Deacon, no ascension. We've got War Maiden, 3-star. Again, I did that for a mission, and she was cheaper to ascend than Deacon. And I know that I'm going to use her later in the game. I did farm a War Maiden. I don't have any books or copies or anything into her. The rest of this is just food. And I do have some backup food if we take a look here for my next 5-star. In the vault, we've got a couple more 3-star champions still sitting in here. So my goal now is to start, focusing on getting them. So if we take a look at my builds, right? So we have Kale. Now, granted, we are only 2 days into the free-to-play, right? So we don't have a full set of gear for Kale to be in lifesteal. However, through doing some of the campaign leveling champions, leveling food, I was able to pick up a 4-star weapon and a 2-star helmet. Now you can see I didn't level this gear up super far or anything like that. It's just enough to get him into lifesteal for right now so that I can keep him alive throughout campaign, push him a little bit further. Now, should you go hard trying to find specific pieces? Absolutely not. But it does give me an option to have some pieces on there. We've got War Maiden. Again, in a lifesteal set. Yes, 1-star lifesteal gear. But it's going to let her top herself up just a little bit. It's better than just random gear because I just need to keep her alive right now. We've got Deacon in a Relentless set. I didn't find a lot of speed gear that I could use, which is ideally what I would do. So I put him in Relentless, hoping for some extra turns. I did get some speed rolls on here, just a few, nothing too crazy. And then I do have him in some crit rate gloves, maybe for some damage, who knows, right? But you can see that all my gear is very low level right now. I didn't do anything too crazy with it. And anytime I'm working on a hard stage, I am just using my War Priest, my Deacon, my War Maiden, and my Kale through those. All my other champions have been food at this point. So the Archer that you get early and the Crusader, I think his name is, they're already food. Right now, my goal is to get some more food ranked up because I have a mission coming up to make another 5-star champion. So again, I've been holding out on doing that, but if we look ahead here, it says upgrading a champion to level 50, right? And then as we go through, we can kind of see where we're at. We want to make sure that we're not doing stuff ahead of time, right? So if I go and farm a whole bunch of potions in the Magic Keep, it's not going to work yet. I won't work until I get to this mission. So I want to make sure that I wait until I do that. Same way with all through these missions. Get 2 rank 5 champions. That one's going to count ahead of time, so we can do that. I have to wait till I get to this one here. But you can see down here, I've already gotten the 300 gems from the first one. So I am on my way to this Sacred Shard. We have, let's see, how long do we have left? We have about 3 hours left. I don't know if we can make it or not. It is going to be a super hard grind, but most of these are easy at this point. There's nothing here that's super crazy or anything like that I'm going to have to wait for. Here we've got an upgrade. This one might be a little difficult because I have struggled on Fire Knight so far, but all the rest of these I think are pretty doable. Spider's Den might be a little difficult. Upgrade 2 champions to level 50. So that one might be rough. We want to make sure that we have champions that we are ready to take to level 50 at that time. Deal 1,000,000 damage to the Demon Lord. So We got to make sure that our keys are regenerated there. Ascend a champion to level 5 of Ascension. So we know that we need to do that down the road there. Earn 3 stars on every stage of all campaign lotion on normal difficulty. So we will have to go back and 3-star that. But again, I don't need to do that right now. I'm going to wait until Deacon is 5-star and then go do it, because it'll be much easier to do it with Deacon and Kale both at 5-star at that point, right? Other than that, I think unlock 3 tier 2 masteries for 4 champions. This one's going to be a little bit rough, probably. As for get 3 rank 5 champions, we can do that, no problem. Most upgrade a Great Hall bonus to level 2 shouldn't be too terrible. I don't know. I think ascend a champion to level 5 Ascension. So that's a second champion that's got to go to level 5 of Ascension. So that means that it's going to be too expensive to do Deacon. So Kale and War Maiden are going to be the cheapest ones. So that means we got to do Deacon, Kale, and War Maiden, 2 5-stars in the next 3 hours. That's going to be rough. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if we can get that done. Get 4 rank 5 champions. I don't know if we can get this done, but I certainly am going to try. We got to fuse Justicer. We got to do a lot of stuff to try to get to this Sacred Shard. The only other way for us to get a Sacred Shard at this point would be to 2-star hard campaign. Or 3-star all of hard campaign. I don't know if that's doable either. We'll have to find out. Not 100% sure. But we are level 29. You can see we did just buy the masteries for Kale. If we go over here, I did pick up the masteries for Kale. Again, these are my all-arounder masteries. Not something that I would recommend if you're using them just for clan boss or just campaign or whatnot. I do need to use them a little bit of everywhere, but we did pick up those masteries, and we have 155 gems. So I'm on my way to getting... I haven't decided yet whether or not I want to unlock the gem mine when I get to 500, or if I want to get masteries for my second champion. I'm thinking maybe the gem mine, not 100% sure. The other thing that could throw a wrench into this is the market. So, you know, as you guys know, the market does refresh every hour. It does take some gems to unlock these slots, and if an ancient shard were to pop up in here, I think I would be legally obligated to buy that slot in order to get to that ancient shard. So I kind of want to hang on to some gems just in case that happens. As for shards, we do have 5 ancient. We do have 1 void. Hopefully, we'll be able to pull these ancients soon. I don't really know. We do have some challenges that are on the champions. We're going to summon some force, magic, and rare, and that's kind of holding us back. And obviously, getting those from mystery shards is going to be super hard. So hopefully, this is going to change over to the 2 times ancients, and we'll be able to get some good stuff out of there, but who knows. So yeah, overall, making really good progress. Level 29 already, 21 hours into it. So very, very doable. Once I get through that first 24-hour burst, I'm going to take a step back, go back and do the referrals so I can get Jamarsa, because she is a super powerful champion. These only take about 10 minutes each to do, but I haven't been doing them because I didn't want to waste any time doing it. Probably what I'm going to do is work through this for the next 3 hours or so. Then I'll work on getting this video up. And at that point, in our next update, you'll have to wait until our next update to find out, did we actually get a Sacred Shard in the first 24 hours, free to play, or did we fail on that? But guys, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. Remember, if you did like the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates on my free-to-play series that we're going to be following through with this. Also, with my other videos that I'll be uploading as well. It won't be just the free-to-play series. These are going to be sprinkled in with it. I don't know how often I'll be able to do these. If I'm going to do them every day, every 2 days, every 3 days, not 100% sure yet. But make sure you're subscribed and click the notification bell so that when they do go up, you are notified. But again, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, as always, until next time, be good.